Now let me tell you about the Fiverr gigs that I'm actually putting out and how come I decided that I like to do Fiverr as a way to get some spare income, some spare change that I can pay phone bills or just regular kind of bills themselves. Fiverr is not my main business. That's something I want to let you know. So the reason I went into Fiverr is to just try it out as another channel of making money online. I like to actually spread out my channels. I don't want to just do one specific thing. I do Etsy, eBay, Amazon FBA, and all kinds of other methods that you can make money online. The reason why you want to spread your channels into more than one is very simple. You can't really depend on one stream of income. At the same time, what happens if you get kicked out of one stream of income? Then, if you're putting 100% of your effort into eBay and tomorrow eBay decides to shut your account down, then you're gone. I mean, whole business is done with. And how are you going to make money after that? That's why you should have more than one businesses out there. You should try them out and put your whole effort into the one that's making you the most money. At the same time, have some backup as well. So Fiverr is just one of those small businesses that I wanted to try out and to see how much money can I make just by doing the minimal amount of work. Because for $5, I decided when I just started about a year ago, it's not really worth my time. But when I went into Fiverr itself, I realized it's not just $5 you're getting for one gig. You sometimes can get multiple amount of $5. In fact, sometimes I would get like 70 or 80 bucks for one gig. And that's actually pretty impressive. And to tell you the truth, it's much better than some other things that I do as well. So 70 bucks for one day, maybe a few hours of work, and sometimes even less than that, maybe like 20 minutes of doing a little bit of work, and you're getting that much money. That's kind of ingenious, if you ask me. So that's why I have decided to put a little bit more effort into Fiverr itself. So every single time I create a gig, I go into it, I make sure this gig is going to actually sell, it's going to make me money. And after I look at the gigs itself, there's a bunch of different gigs I have. I line them up and I look at the performance. Which ones are selling? Which ones are not? And after a month or two, I'll get rid of the ones that are making zero business, and I keep the ones that will keep on making money, and then I keep on adding to it. So right now I can have up to 15 gigs, and I'm a level 1 seller, and I keep on getting jobs every few days. I would get somebody order one of my gigs, which is kind of cool because I don't even do any marketing or advertising whatsoever. Maybe a little bit when I get a little bored, but other than that, no, I don't really do that because I have some other things that I'm more busy doing that's really making me money. But at the same time, the amount of money I was able to make with doing like a little bit or almost no work, this is just amazing. I mean, just think about this. If you go to a 9-to-5 job and you get 80 bucks for something that takes you like a few, like 20 or 30 minutes, that's like unbelievable. That's why Fiverr is a really good way to make money online. In fact, it's much better than some other things. Like if you work in a store or something, or retail business, you're only making like cents on the door. Over here you're making a few bucks doing absolutely nothing. So Fiverr is a good way for you to get started, to try out different things and experiment. That's the big thing about Fiverr. Your success to Fiverr, first of all, depends on what things are you good at doing. So get a piece of paper out, write down everything that you know that you're good at. Are you good at something like visual things? Are you good at graphic designs? Are you good at writing? Are you good at music? Are you good at any of those things above? That's definitely something you can create a gig about. There's all kinds of interesting gigs out there. All you have to do is pick something you're good at, find a gig that's very similar, and then create something like it and just see if you're gonna get jobs. And here is the big advantage for you on Fiverr when you're just starting out. You might think, hey, it's crowded. There's so many people who are getting gigs right now and they're doing it. It is true, but at the same time, some of those sellers who are making a lot of money on Fiverr, they get so many gigs that it takes them a few days, if not weeks, to actually create the gig for you, which is why you are going to have an advantage with this. Because when you get your gig out and you can perform this within a day or two, of course, you're going to be getting a lot more jobs than anyone else out there. Because if you can get the gigs out faster, they definitely are going to contact you instead of those bigger sellers, because who wants to wait a week or two to get a project done where they can get it from you cheaper and faster? That is the whole benefit of Fiverr. You're getting some sources and you can get a lot more money with Fiverr doing absolutely minimum amount of work, and social media marketing would definitely help you, but it's not necessary. So enjoy the next presentation I have, and I'm going to explain to you a little bit more about how I create the gigs and everything else that I do that makes me a successful seller on Fiverr. See you in the next presentation.